It says, have you got a timeline for the next couple of releases? Do you get an end story in mind when writing your stories? All right. One of the things I've learned is that I'm a total pantser. I get a name or I get a vague idea, but I never know what's going to happen in a story until I start writing it. And only when half the time I'm sitting there going, oh my God, what's going to happen next? Oh my God, are you kidding me? So all of this is like fresh to me too. And I think that comes through in the writing because it's like, wow, I never expected that twist because I never expected that twist. And I've learned, don't argue with the characters, just let them go. Like they say, they know what they're talking about better than I do. So I let them do that. As far as release dates, I'm not real good at this. I still have my notes up here from last year when I was going to release books, and I get these new ideas, and this new book will come along, and that new idea comes along, and I just have to write this one. And so I'm not real good about saying, okay, this book's going to be out this date, this book's going to be out this date, which is another reason why I didn't do pre-order. Pre-orders are very stressful, and it's one of those things that I'm finding is not good for me, as physically or mentally. I don't want to feel like I've got to ever rush a story. I don't want to feel like I've got to put something out just to put something out. I would rather take longer and get it done right than, and even with Jacqueline's, I kept putting it off. In the meantime, I released books that I hadn't planned on releasing, like the old Dragon of the Mountains Christmas. But it was such a powerful story that I knew it had to be told, even though it was book 9 before book 8. So for me, it all comes down to not having the deadlines. I've written 43 books and just a little over 4 years. So that's pretty incredible in itself. And we're not talking little books. I calculated last year alone I wrote over 2.1 million words. And that's not my short take stories or anything else. That's just the books or the retypes or losing this chapter or this, that, or the other. So I know I'm getting older, so I need to start taking better care of myself if I want to be sticking around. And so I don't want to put myself on a timeline. But we could pretty much say I'm going to have regular releases. So just bear with me while I try and get my life back into some semblance of organization. I'm one of those, if you look at my desk, it's like massive chaos, but I know where everything is. So the schedule in my head is kind of like that too, because there may be a story that says, oh, you got to be told, like Ella and the Beast, which is my More Than Human series, which I think everybody's going to love because it's a really cool story.